and welcome to another episode of the Saturday Drop-In podcast. I am in the studio, but not by myself, because some 1,000 miles away, Tom has decided to come on for a global Saturday Drop-In. Something like that.
We're taking it international this week.
Yeah.
And I am on holiday, but because of my love for making #monitored content with Shannon, I brought the mic along so we could do the Saturday drop-in. It's not quite transatlantic. Yeah, it's sort of transatlantic. Yeah. Across the water, anyway. And not just to Lewis like Duncan does it. I'm like properly away.
Yeah, you could say Mr. Worldwide, the 305. Dale.
Well, do you know, I don't want to be the one making up those titles, but if you're going to call me that, that's cool. I'm happy.
So during the show, you've got your usual beat detective, this or that. We've got guest of the year at the start as well, and then Tom did this week's this or that. I'll tell you how well that happened later on.
You'll need to stay tuned and find out. But how good are you going to be at Po-tay-toh Po-taa-toh?
I love it. Stay tuned and enjoy. Maroon 5 makes me wonder there. Good afternoon, pretty much. It is 3 minutes past 12 on your Saturday afternoon. You are in with Shannon for the Saturday drop-in, hopefully with a special guest across the world.
Do I count as a special guest?
I think you count as a special guest now that you're taking Highland Hospital Radio into Europe. How exciting.
Well, after Duncan proved it can be done from Lewis, this seemed like the next logical step.
It does. It really, really does. Fingers crossed for the Wi-Fi, though.
Well, do you know what? We've given up on the Wi-Fi. We are 5G in it. We are using up international data just to provide #monitored content for the NHS Highland area.
Exactly. So what have we got in store for you today? We have obviously our usual guest of the years coming up at 1:15. We have This or That, which Tom did this week.
Yes. Now, it's the tatty holidays. I don't know if this is something that you're aware of, Shannon.
I'm not, funnily enough.
So the 2 weeks in October where the kids are off school was traditionally, that's when the kids would go and help, pick tatties in the fields. I mean, we're talking maybe about 100 years ago. We're not talking recently.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay, cool.
But you'll still hear a lot of people refer to it as the tatty holidays. So as such, we've got a This or That, which is going to be Po-tay-toh Po-taa-toh. It's as simple as that. I'm going to give you 10 names. Is it a potato? Is it not a potato?
Oh, no.
The simplicity is going to be great.
As long as it's jacket, croquettes, mashed, I can do them.
You wish it was that simple.
Oh, dearie me,
and fine well it won't be.
No, exactly. We have also got, let me think, Beat Detective on the way as well. And just some general chit-chat because, do you know what? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. We're currently not seeing each other either because you've had to turn your camera off to do this.
Well, I tell you what, we'll be brave and turn the camera back on while we're talking
really
to each
dangerous.
other. And hopefully the connection works. It's like when you watch a sci-fi film, like, send all power to the engines, kill life support, just so we can make this work. It's working so far. And we've also got your NHS Highland drop-in.
We do, yes. Do you know what? I forgot about that, funnily enough. Sorry.
You forgot about it this week. Usually I do.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got that later on in the show as well. The Doobie Brothers, listen to the music. You are into the Saturday drop-in with Shannon and Tom. Tom is live from the wonderful Tenerife. Lucky for some. Lucky
I am
for
indeed.
some. We were just chatting off air as well. Go on.
I was just going to say, I don't want people to think that I'm boasting or gloating about being in Tenerife. This is purely my love of doing hospital radio and providing great # content for the listeners, is that I brought my microphone and laptop with me so that I could do it, and also I felt bad because you were getting another 3-week gap. Because we sort of travel on a weekend. So although we're only away for 2 weeks, it was 3 Saturdays we were going to miss. And I felt guilty. So I thought, no, I'll take my stuff with me. And while the kids and my wife are down at the pool, I will slum it up here in my apartment.
I was also saying as well, you're like dressed for the occasion. You're in your proper summer shirt, which I'm like, you should be wearing more of them in the studio instead of like your hoodies and stuff.
Yeah, but all right, thanks.
Not saying that the hoodie thing is bad. It's just like, wow, was not expecting that.
Yeah, but the short sleeve beach shirt that I'm wearing today doesn't really work in a hospital radio studio in October. In the UK,
Yeah, I mean,
all right,
do
I need to buy more of these?
Yeah. Oh, we should have brain fart right now. We should have a Highland Hospital Radio summer shirt. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's a bad idea.
Well, it can go with the festival hats that I want to buy next year as well.
Oh, the bucket hats as well.
We need Highland Hospital Radio bucket hats.
I like that idea.
Yeah, there's a whole clothing range we could go through. We'll take this offline and we'll come back in it.
See, all of the conversations happen offline though. That's the issue. So I'm like, let's just have it now.
So we were just discussing this because you were talking about how the fact that we've adopted a cat out here, and my view is, are you actually on holiday on a Spanish island if you don't adopt or get adopted by a cat?
I guess not technically.
For me, it's part of the holiday. You have to meet a cat at some stage.
You have to meet a cat just in general.
Yeah. Well, we were coming back we were out for a walk one evening. We came back and we bumped into 3 cats who were just chilling because they're cool 4 cats after all. And when we got into the house, we were sitting. I think we were sitting on the couch inside enjoying the air conditioning, which is cool.
Yeah.
And my kids announced, there's a cat that's arrived. and this cat's just decided to hang around with us. And most folk will know this. You hang your towels on your on the back of chairs and stuff. So this cat has now decided to grab one of these towels and cuddle into it. So that's 2 nights in a row we've had a cat. So we need to see how this goes. It's a lovely wee cat. It's got a collar, so it's got an owner. So we're being sensible.
So
you
can't steal him. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, there's other rules about that. About bringing cats back. Boring. Those pencil pushing desk jockeys at the council. Boo hiss.
Yeah.
So that's we've ticked off a big box for our holiday. Kids are happy. They're down in the pool. They're having a splash around.
Very nice.
Although it's a boring pool. It's a boo kind of pool.
How can you have a boring pool? The idea is that you be creative and you play mermaids.
Well, yes.
Yes.
But you're not allowed inflatables. You're not allowed a ball.
Oh, it's one of
exactly.
them.
So we're in one of these sort of the community type things,
Yes.
and clearly it's. So I've already been told next year, right? We need to book a place that's got a fun pool. Great.
Okay.
We've not even finished this holiday yet, and already I'm being told what I'm doing next October.
Exactly. Right, we'll get some Miles Smith on just now. You did ask me, do we know who Miles Smith is? And I was like, yes, I do.
Not personally.
No, we don't know him personally. It would be great if we knew him personally because he's quite a funny guy. But this is one of new music from Miles Smith just now. This is Sweet Love.
Social Security Scotland is doing things differently. If you get tax credits or benefits, you could be due money from us too. We provide money for families, young people starting work, carers, and children with disabilities or health conditions. Want help applying? We can meet you in your local community. Just book an appointment with our local delivery service by calling 0800 182 2222 for free, or find out more at mygov.scot.
The A to Z of pop.
The A to Z of pop.
On your favourite station.
Taking a letter of the alphabet and then playing songs and artists from the 1960s to today that begin with that letter, and that's the A to Z of pop. Hello there, I'm Richard Smith, inviting you to join me later this evening at 11 o'clock here on Highland Hospital Radio to find out just what all the fuss is about. So that's the A to Z of pop with me, Richard Smith, later this evening at 11 o'clock here on Highland Hospital Radio.
To get in touch with us here at Highland Hospital Radio, please visit our website, hhr.scot.
12 on your Saturday morning, which means it is time for Guess the Year. If you want a couple of clues, it's on our social medias as well. Comment your answers at Highland Hospital Radio. This is your first guess of Guess the Year. Bittersweet Symphony, The Verve. So all we do is we choose a year. We give you all the, the best songs, TV news, general news, sport, people born this year, all that fun stuff, and we pop that. And all you have to do is guess the year. Simple as.
It's really quite simple, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, how we shouldn't have to explain the format this often, but we do.
Mm-hmm. Was that song a number one by any chance? I haven't got that on my notes.
Oh, I'd imagine it was. Yes, the album is Urban Hymns. I bought it. Definitely had it. And you've said to me, oh, you should know the year then. Well, yeah, it's not always as simple as that though. Mm-hmm. I've certainly got the decade.
You've got the decade.
I've narrowed it down to a decade.
Very nice.
I'm locked in with the decade. Mm-hmm. I'm going to. Well, I'll tell you what, how's about I read some television clues?
Sounds
and
good
then
to me.
I might get an idea. We should explain, you've written the show this week, so I don't know. I get to play along as well.
Because I was like, well, you're on holiday, so it makes sense for me to do the show. And then you were just like, oh, you've done the show for me. And I'm like, well, you're on holiday. I'm not expecting you to write the show notes.
I'm really delighted you did, because every day I was like, I've sat upstairs for 4 hours on a sunbed. I should really, write a radio show, and then,
You're welcome. It's not like,
Right, so NTV in our mystery year, Shannon. It was the debut of the Teletubbies. The children's TV show premiered on BBC in March. Its colourful characters and surreal style became a huge hit with preschoolers. So your 4 Teletubbies, do you know them?
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Po. Have you seen there's more though? Have you seen the new adaptation? Right, so Nunu, first off, is not purple anymore. He's pink. And then there's like Telly Babies.
No.
Yeah.
What?
And they're all got
is
strange
this-
names
are they
too.
CGI?
Yeah,
Are
they're
they
the
like
CGI
kind of
babies.
things? I think I've seen this. Oh, I'm out of, Teletubbies is not in my playlist anymore for television. I've moved
Yeah.
on from that.
You have moved on from that. So you've
have
got
moved on, yeah.
Mimi, Dada, Bar Ping, Bruru Nu, Duggledy, and Umpy Pumpy.
Umpy Pumpy.
Just in case anyone wanted an update on the recent Teletubby babies.
Shannon, when am I never wanting an update on the Teletubbies?
Exactly.
In this year, it was the launch of The Weakest Link. Well, the full series launched in 2000. Development and pilot recordings of the iconic quiz show hosted by Anne Robinson began in this year. This is interesting.
Yeah.
The show's catchphrase, "You are the weakest link, goodbye," would become a cultural staple. It did as well,
did.
absolutely.
And definitely like the wink, because it was like almost in slow motion, even though that's just how she winks. What's she doing now?
And, I don't know. But one thing is, it became such a cultural phenomenon. It appeared in Doctor Who as well in the future, didn't it?
The Antron.
Anne Robinson as an Anne-bot or
the
something.
Antron, it was called.
Antron.
See, I didn't even need to Google that. I just knew it straight away.
Launch of digital TV trials. Yes, is this when we first met Digital, the little robot character? We saw the early experimental broadcasts and trials of digital television in the UK, setting the stage for the eventual transition from analogue. A big step towards the modern multi-channel era. Thousands of channels, and there's still nothing on. Channel 5 launches on March 30th of this year. I remember this happening, Shannon.
Really?
I remember watching the countdown to the start of Channel 5. We were one of the lucky people who could actually get it. So it was a big controversy at the time. Very few is maybe a bit pushing it. There was a lot of areas of the UK where you couldn't actually get Channel 5.
Okay.
And that became a sort of a bit of a cultural joke as well.
Right.
Like if you ever driving past some sort of science station with a massive satellite dish, the joke would be, bet they still can't get Channel 5 though. So that was a very much of its era joke. And it was, of course, the 5-piece all-girl band, the Spice Girls, who introduced it. Yeah, the countdown of the 5 of them, and then they sang a song that had been written for it. The song was appalling, by the way. You won't be surprised to know that.
I might have to look that up. I don't think I've heard it before.
Yeah, written for the launch of Channel 5. So that's your NTV of this year. Was there anybody who I might know who was born in this year?
So there should be 2. I did go through quite a few and go, I don't think you'll know. So Asa Butterfield. So he was known in the film Hugo. You watched Hugo? In the train station.
No.
The kid in the train station with the big robot.
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
The boy in the striped pajamas.
No.
Nope. Ender's Game with Harrison Ford. No.
Sorry,
Right.
no.
Okay. So also at Channel 4, there was a TV show called Sex Education, which also had Ncuti Gatwa in it. It was in X Doctor
Okay,
Who.
I'm aware of that. I never watched it. Remember, I'm rubbish at this.
He
in
was
terms
also
of watching
he was
cultural
also
programming.
the Druid Boy in BBC Merlin. He's done like loads of stuff. Like, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so maybe not. Maisie.
Young person, yeah, young person. So
person.
again, we're narrowing it down.
Yeah. Maisie Williams. You know Maisie Williams, Game of Thrones. Really?
Shannon.
Really?
Shannon,
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
I've never watched an episode of Game of Thrones.
To be fair, I watched the first episode with my dad and just refused to ever watch it ever again because of some of the scenes that were in it. And then I watched the final series when it ended, and I was like, that's it. That's all I need.
It's a little bit fruity, isn't it? It's a little bit exciting at times.
Yeah. She was also in Pistol and The Luckiest Man in America. She also featured in Doctor Who as well during Peter Capaldi's era. No,
Cool.
Nothing. Great. What happened in sport, Tom?
Nothing. In sport, Inverness, Caledonian Thistle embarked on their inaugural season in the Scottish Football League's second division. Still a sore point, too soon for some people, I'm sure. Under the management of Steve Patterson, the team achieved a mid-table finish. Wow, mid-table in the second division. They dream of that this year.
Oh, dearie me.
As you
They're
can
playing
see when
just
you're
now,
several
Tom. That's not okay.
When you're several hundred miles away, you can get away with a lot. They secured 5th place in their inaugural season. The season was highlighted by a memorable 5-1 victory over Stenhousemuir in the League Cup, where Brian Thompson scored a hat-trick. Scotland clinched this year's Five Nations Championship. Oh, right. I think I definitely know the year then.
Yeah.
I think, was this the last Five Nations, Shannon? Or did that come a few
was.
years later?
I think it was.
Securing the title with a Grand Slam victory. This achievement marks Scotland's first Grand Slam since 1990. Oh, right. So again, it's pre-2000 and 1990. So I was quite happy with my decade choice. With notable wins over England, Ireland, France and Wales. Well, yeah, if you win them all, yeah. Anyway, kind of. That's how a Grand Slam works.
You know?
The Scottish Basketball League gained prominence in this year with teams like the Edinburgh Rocks and the Glasgow Rocks. Were they both called Rocks?
I think they were, yeah.
I'm going to speak
very
to
creative
leading
with
the charge.
title names, yeah.
The league's growth contributed to increased visibility and development of basketball talent across Scotland, and Colin Montgomery secured a magnificent win at the European Open. This victory added to his growing reputation in European golf, further establishment as one of the continent's premier players during this decade.
During this decade.
I think I've got a year in mind now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain.
You're pretty certain. Well, maybe this will help you because I think this is the easiest one for at the movies. So we've got the top 5 as per IMDb, as we're now announcing when I'm away. It's like as pronounced on IMDb, and I'm like, what?
Well, there's what I found, Shannon, is see when you like look at what's the highest gross, or give me a list of top 10. The different websites seem to have different top 10s.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't ask me how, but they do.
So at number 5, you have Air Force One featuring Harrison Ford at $315 million. Number 4 is Liar Liar at $302 million. The Lost World Jurassic Park with Jeff Goldblum was $618 million. Men in Black, this would be the first one, was $589 million. And then the one that everyone's going to go, that's the year. Number 1 was Titanic at $2.2 billion.
2.2 billion? Is that
I had
worldwide?
to double check the number. It is worldwide.
Is that worldwide?
I
Must
do
be, is it?
global, yeah, global grossing. It was just one of those ones where it just took by storm. Apparently, like I didn't think it was that
massive.
good.
Yeah, I remember it.
I don't like the film.
I don't know what made it so. Why people were so excited about it. I can't remember what about it was so memorable. But
Celine,
of course, Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet were huge at the time. They were,
exactly,
so there was that.
Celine Dion.
Everybody knew about it, I suppose, or they'd had found out about it at school or whatever.
Yeah.
Can I give you some news stories?
You certainly can.
A survey by the Fortean Times describes this year as a bumper year for weirdness in the UK, citing odd stories such as interest in holy vegetables, cloned sheep, Dolly, and apocalyptic cults, among others. Do you know what? This decade, in particular, this year, which I'm pretty certain of, you know what? There was all sorts of bizarre stuff.
There really
would watch, there was a good breakfast show called The Big Breakfast on Channel 4, and they would often feature the most bizarre things of this time. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone was published. Settings were inspired by the streets in Edinburgh where the author lived at the time. The Harry Potter series would be known as one of the best-selling children's books of all time. I'm still convinced. Yeah, don't edit it whilst I'm reading it.
I spelled Potter wrong, I'm sorry.
So can I put my claim in here?
Go on.
I want to claim that I am Harry Potter.
You are Harry Potter. Could you tell me the reasons how?
So here's how it is.
Okay.
If I were to show you a picture of me from school from this year, okay?
Right.
The glasses that I wore back then.
Oh, you didn't.
The hairstyle that I had back then.
Oh.
Before it was, and this was before the book was published, before the imagery came out, I look like Harry Potter. And I am convinced that I used to go up the particular street in Edinburgh where the author used to base themselves. Nobody really knows her story. She doesn't talk about it a lot. And I am convinced that she saw me going up that street because there used to be a drum shop called Drum Central.
Yes.
And she saw me and said, "That's Harry Potter right there." So there you go. I'm claiming it.
Okay.
So worldwide, please note, I am claiming to be Harry Potter. And moving on, the invention of the banana straightener, sorts of eccentric gadgets. There's a reference, tips of the trainer, human interest stories, to people inventing devices to do silly or very specific things like a gadget to straighten bananas, or weird endurance stunts like crossing the English Channel in a bathtub. Yes, it was all the rage back then. And this year, Britain had something to sing about, quite literally. The UK won the Eurovision Song Contest with Katrina and the Waves' feel-good anthem, Love, Shine a Light. The contest took place in Dublin. Of course it did. And Katrina Liskanich's soaring vocals and optimistic lyrics struck a chord with audiences across Europe. The song finished with an impressive 227 points, making it one of the UK's most decisive Eurovision victories ever.
And this was the last time we won Eurovision as well, as we found out.
Is this when I put my head in my hands?
Yes.
Yeah.
From that TikTok that did all right.
So yeah, if you want to definitely see what the year is, go and check out our TikTok page, and you'll be able to see me go, oh, Shannon.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon was not alive the last time that we won the Eurovision Song Contest.
Exactly. So just pop in your comments on Facebook and Instagram on our Guest of the Year. It's at Highland Hospital Radio. You get a shout out. We'll tell you afterwards as well what Guest of the Year was, the usual. But we've got another number one for you coming up. So this was our BBC Children's in Need song that came number one. Do you like this song? Your face says otherwise, but
No.
Oh, is it good?
I've just changed my guess.
Oh, have you changed your guess?
Based purely on this. It's a weird song. When you know what the song's about, and I know I get into trouble for this, when you hear all these people singing, all these well-to-do people singing this song, and it's to support children in need. Anyway, Lou Reed's got some money out of it, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a cracking song, great tune.
Exactly.
And it's a really good cover of it. It's really well put together. So.
So this is the BBC's interpretation with various artists. Perfect Day. This was your BBC Children's in Need song of this year. But can you guess the year at Highland Hospital Radio or studio at hhr.scot? So that was Guess the Year.
That was Guess the Year. Some interesting times.
Yeah, it really was. And we were just going through some of the facts and we found out we got some of them wrong. So sorry about that.
Well, you've used the word facts there. That's interesting.
Oh, will
First of all,
you
before we go any further, I read out what was given to me by Shannon, foolishly, without thinking, and I was like, I'm really confused by the year here. It could be this, it could be that.
Whoopsies. Yeah, we were just doing a couple of the... But, I mean, technically, we were kind of right in some things, In the majority of the stuff, apart from those two things that we've brought up. That's what happened, No, he's completely gone. All right, that's fine. Right, we'll get on some music from Louis Fonsi. We'll get some Despacito on the way whilst we try and get Tom back from Spain. He's just dropped off and just hoped he's going to go on holiday. We'll be more just after this and the answer to your Guest of Year as well. We've already had a couple of clues in, Tom, but do you know what the year was?
Well, I was thrown by some of the clues.
Which is a good thing.
But
got to keep you on your toes.
When the clues maybe aren't the right year sometimes, that's confusing. Because I was thinking, right, did Scotland win in 95 or 99? It definitely wasn't the same year the Verve, but anyway. When we put on the Children in Need song, I knew right away which year it was because I bought the CD single for it.
That's the thing, you didn't get it from Titanic.
No, again, but
if you've never watched it, I guess not. But I just would have thought.
No, I've seen it. I've watched it. I've seen it, but it's weird. I don't associate a year with that. But the Children in Need, I think it's because in the title, like it was, Children in Need and the year, and that sticks in my head from having bought the single.
Very nice.
I can only think that's what it is.
Sure.
So can I give you my guess?
Yeah, you can give me the guess.
I believe it is 1997.
It is 1997. Who'd have thought, even with some incorrect clues and guesses. Well done to Kerry as well, who got possibly 1997. So I think she was on the same tracks of you going, what? So, happy days.
There was a variance, that's all.
There was a variance, but I was pretty sure Dolly the Ship was 1997. But then again, I walked past it in the museum and just went sheep and just moved on and didn't think, that's the clone sheep.
That's an important sheep.
That's a
You
very
think they just put a random sheep in a museum?
Well, they put other stuffed animals in a museum that are just a bit random. Tell me I'm wrong.
Okay, cool.
No.
Sure.
Yeah.
What
like
museums are
monkey,
you
great.
going to?
The Edinburgh one, where Dolly is. But I don't remember. I remember the sheep rotating, but I was just like, I just didn't clock. I had other things on. I was doing a Doctor Who exhibition at the same museum, so...
Here's the thing. If you've got an animal that's rotating, there's something special about that animal, yeah?
Yeah, this is very true.
I think that's a good fact. That's a good that's a good model for life. If your animal's rotating, there's something special about it. But I'm just in saying that, I'm also thinking every kebab shop I'm ever going to go to is going to be an important animal now. So
Imagine. That's quite funny. Good times. Right.
I do sometimes come up with some zingers on air, don't worry.
You do. So you have gone into the system and decided to put some Spanish-themed music on.
Well, I thought let's put some foreign language songs up. Now, this next one is not one of those.
No,
That's
it's really
cool.
not. But
That's cool.
Sonique sounds very
But-
Spanish.
Coming up, we're going to have Last Ketchup are going to be coming up in a wee while's time. I've got some Kraftwerk, because why not? Let's have some German language stuff. We've got a great song by Typically Tropical, which you will know as a Venga Boy song. All that and more still to come. We're still going to have a wee chat about what's going on in the NHS Highland area. We have got Beat Detective and, of course, this week's This or That, based on the fact that it's the tatty holidays.
It is.
Your This or That is Po-tay-toh Po-taa-toh. Let's see if Shannon can figure out what is a potato and what is not a potato.
I
mean, if that's-
like to think I'm quite confident in that one.
Listen, folks, if
Possibly.
that's not enough to keep you listening, I don't know what else we can offer you, to be honest.
Exactly. Let's get some Sonique on just now. This is I Put a Spell on You. If you want to get in contact with the show, it's studio@hhr.scot. You're in with Shannon and Tom on the Saturday drop-in. And just before we go into our second hour, we need to talk about the NHS Highland Coffee Corner. So if you are obviously in the NHS Highland area, we make sure that we keep you up to date with the latest news that is available to us. So your first one is, are you a rural, trans or non-binary person in Highlands or Argyll and Bute? NHS Highland Public Health are partnered with Scottish Trans to conduct trans-led research about trans and non-binary people's experiences of GP practices in remote and rural Scotland. This project is to be funded by the NHS National Centre for Remote and Rural Health and Care, and they want to ask trans people about their GPs and their experiences and understand what helps and doesn't help trans people to get the best care they can. So if you're interested in taking part, if you head over to the NHS Highland Facebook page, there is a little survey that you can fill out if you'd like to be a part of it. Another thing that you've probably seen, definitely if you are in the north of Scotland, is that some flu clinics, vaccination centres have been cancelled just due to some unseen circumstances over the week. So you should have been contacted if you were booked during this week, but we'll let you sort of know some of the information below. So the flu clinic at the British Legion in Thurso from the 13th of October, that was cancelled. So anyone who booked in for that session will be contacted to reschedule an appointment. The flu clinic at the Community Hall in Bonabridge on the 14th, anyone booked in for that session will also be contacted to reschedule an appointment. The Children's Flu Clinic at the Muirvord Village Hall on the 15th. There are alternative dates that has been arranged, which will be the 6th of November. And parents can call by calling the booking line, so it's 08000 320 339. And then the Children's Flu Clinic at the Hilton Community Centre on the 16th, that was cancelled as well. So there is the alternative date, that's the 13th of November for the Hilton Community Centre. So parents can also book by that same booking phone line, so it's 08000 320 339. And then the flu clinic and adult flu preschool and school drop-in week in Wick Assembly Rooms was also cancelled. That was on the 16th. So anyone who's booked in for that session has been contacted or should be contacted to reschedule an appointment. So you should be able to, you probably already heard, to be fair, because later on in the week, but just in case you haven't, maybe just get in contact with NHS Highland and they'll be able to get something sorted for you. If you have any more news about the NHS Highland as well, head over to NHS Highland Facebook page for your latest news.
Now, today, I don't know if you knew, is World Menopause Day.
It is
a chance to raise awareness about menopause. Really, important that we, certainly for me as a man, to, empathise and support as best that I can. And, we need to talk about it more often. We need to be open about it. And just, it's a life change that women are going to go through. It says here on the NHS Highlands site, menopause is a really tough time for some women. When many changes are happening, it's okay to ask for help if you're struggling with menopausal symptoms. Talk to your GP first, and if required, they can refer to the specialist menopause clinic. Now, if you go to the Highland Sexual Health page within NHS Highlands, that's highlandsexualhealth.co.uk, then you'll find that there is a link you can click on for help and support and some general information. So good to bring that up here on World Menopause Day here on the drop-in.
And it's not, menopause doesn't always happen when you're in your late 50s. You can have early onset menopause or something called POI as well. So head over to your doctors if you think that something is different, and they can definitely get you a diagnosis as well. Did you know the closest clinic for the Highlands is in London?
I did know. Get away.
We have a specialist up in the
did not know
Highlands,
that.
which is amazing. But to get your test done, it's in London.
Wow.
I know.
And just on the subject of, general sexual health and, general health and well-being, things that we're sometimes afraid or shy to talk about, well, do you know what? Don't be shy and afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
Go and speak to your GP. Go and speak to them because, sometimes what you can think, is that just normal? It might not be, and you can get some help and support. And of course, it's a chance to look for things before they become quite serious and where we can't do as much about them. So yeah, chat with your GP. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel ashamed. After all, it's just a body, Shannon.
Exactly.
It's just a body.
It is just a body, and we can move our body to the ketchup song.
Oh,
there
here she
you
goes.
go.
Oh, I wasn't sure how she was going to cram this one in. Straight into sexual health to last ketchup and the ketchup song. Well done, Shannon.
Runaway Del Shannon. You're into your second hour of the Saturday drop-in. It's 2 minutes past 1. You're in with Shannon and Tom for another hour.
Hello.
Because this hour we have this or that. We have, what is it, potato or Po-taa-toh?
Po-ta-toh Po-taa-toh. Let's call the
Po-taa-toh.
whole thing off.
And then we've also got Beat Detective, which will be announced at 15:15. Fingers crossed. If we remember.
Check out the socials for that. You can get straight in there and get the first clue on either Facebook and Instagram page, and you can jump in and win. And you don't win anything. There's no prizes.
You win pride.
Pride. Do you know what? That's something
pride.
that. Well, I don't know how much of that we've actually got to give away, Shannon, but.
Just our own.
Just our own, and I think that may have gone quite some time ago. So please do get in touch with us. It's studio@hhr.scot. I've kind of almost forgotten the website there because I've been away for a week.
Yeah, it's amazing what happens when you go on holiday, isn't it?
Well, and I don't have like the usual studio stuff in front of me. I've got some bizarre artwork, which is, I don't know, it's wavy.
Looks okay. Yeah, it is quite wavy, isn't it? It's abstract.
Well, I've not given you the full tour. What I might do is, in a Highland Hospital Radio first, is I might do a location change, and I might just run upstairs, and I can do the last half hour. I'll do a Po-ta-toh Po-taa-toh from the balcony.
Yeah.
Upstairs. And I can give you a live update on the temperature as well, because I'm sitting in here in a lovely air-conditioned kitchen, and it looks toasty warm outside.
It does. It looks really nice, to be fair. Speaking of potato and Po-taa-toh, that brings back the singing kettle. Do you know that there's a specific song about potatoes?
Yes, it's the tatty soup.
The tatty soup,
yeah. The singing kettle were quite grim at times, weren't they? A song that results in the death of the child singing it is always hilarious.
Okay, cool. I think, funnily enough, that came up on Hospital Radio TikTok.
Really, the tatty soup song?
The tatty soup song came up on the FYP of the Hospital Radio TikTok, because the idea is that you keep staying in contact with people, and then that helps you get views and get your audience and find your audience more. And obviously that's something that we needed to see, and that was my first experience of the singing kettle as well. I was like, oh!
Was that your first experience of the singing kettle?
It was,
no.
Yeah. Well, that was sort of just before my time, I'm pretty sure. I think it was mid-90s, was it, when it started? And I think that was quite a Scottish thing compared to a Southern English thing.
I think so. I mean, I think it maybe did some sort of UK-wide coverage, but yeah, I would always associate it's always going to be like Scottish, and our local theatre where I grew up, they would come there all the time. You'd at least once a year you would get the singing kettle turning up to sing about tatty soup. Yeah. Oh.
Wow. We
Shannon,
used to have
they
a
were
magician called
cultural
Mr.
phenomenon.
Rainbow.
Mr. Rainbow.
Mr. Rainbow, who's absolute legend. I used to cry when it would finish because it was so good, and I really liked Mr. Rainbow. It was good times. Speaking of sort of, that whole UK-wide stuff, you know how people are going to gigs now that are from either kids' TV shows or current kids' TV shows. When you've got youngsters and you go see the Paw Patrol show or something like that, and there's people dressed as Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
The Wiggles are coming to Glasgow next year. Low-key wanting the Wiggles. I
didn't think that was much of a UK thing. I've seen them on YouTube, Instagram, etc. But I never knew if they were ever well known in the UK.
Yeah, they do world tours and stuff like that, and they're coming to Glasgow next year, and I'm like, I kind of just want to get tickets just to be like, that's the guy that was the Wiggles when I was the child's age.
What age are the Wiggles now? Do they wiggle much or do they creak more? That's the question.
Well, they just seem to sort of, they're all different, obviously. It's not the original four.
Did they respawn?
They did respawn. They did respawn.
Is it like Sugar Babes?
So
Have they
they've
sort
got
of
Anthony, who is like, he's an ex-opera singer. And then they've got people who are like ex-ballet. So like people who've like injured themselves and can't continue with their profession. They've gone, join the Wiggles. Which I really think is really sweet. Like, imagine being like,
It's a rehabilitation unit.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but kind of.
If you can't do Swan Lake anymore, come and sing about like jelly on a plate, or I don't know. You know what? I wouldn't be able to name a Wiggles song.
The salad song.
The salad song.
Yummy,
Can you give us a
Greek salad? Yummy, yummy. That's it. That's all it is. It's good times, right?
So those tickets are going to be hot tickets indeed. Get yourself over to
the issue is
thewiggles.net.
I think they're hot tickets for the parents and not the children. But hey,
reliving your youth through your children. Listen, that's what I do. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly. Let's get some craft work on. This is something that you put in the system. Is that right?
Yeah. I put it on because I thought let's just put on some foreign language stuff that made the charts in the UK, just as a touch, a wee nod to the fact that I am in a foreign climate just now. This one's cracking. It's October. Tour de France is in summertime, but this is my thing. I love sitting watching the Tour de France. I'm obsessed with it.
You really do.
And Kraftwerk are obviously obsessed as well, so they created the Tour de France song. Let's just go for it.
Sounds good to me. Beat Detective is on at 1:15. Let's get some craft work. Coming up to 1:20 on your Saturday afternoon. You're in with Shannon and Tom on the Saturday drop-in. Tom is pretty much ready he's got sunnies on, he's gone outside, he's ready to get off air basically, aren't you?
I've been showing you where I'm going to be basing myself for the next couple of hours, which is the Sun Loungers. So I've come upstairs and outside because I wanted to at least say I've broadcast from a sunny rooftop terrace once in my career.
Exactly.
So I apologise if there's any noise. You might hear the pool. There's pigeons around.
Oh, there's pigeons?
What I think is... senior pigeon. He comes to visit us. Sí, por favor. Sí, gracias. And the only noise you might get, we're right next to the road, so the land train might go past. So for anyone who's been to the Las Americas, Costa de Deje, Los Cristianos area, there's the land train.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by a land train?
Nope.
No,
a lorry.
Really. It's like when you get like a tractor type thing at the front that looks like a train engine, and you've got coaches that people sit on. The land train. Have you ever been to an English seaside resort? You get a land train.
Yeah, but they weren't there.
Okay.
Simple as.
Well, there's one here. In fact, there's two. So they go past frequently and ring their bell. So we'll go and wave at them if they go past.
Okay, that's cool.
But we enjoyed Ultravox there, Vienna, a famous number 2, of course, from 1980. And now I believe, well, Shannon, isn't it time?
For Beat Detective?
Think so.
I'm so glad this is on just now. Oh, I get so excited. I think this is a really good Beat Detective because it's funny.
It's a good Beat Detective.
And it's relative.
You're going to have to explain it, I think. I think people are going to need some help.
Exactly. So I'll just quickly read it out and then we can explain it. So, artist is 2 words today, a firm belief, and a marine fish. Your song is also 2 words. Who Tom and Ali are if you talk to Duncan. Right. So we'll start with Tom.
So who's Tom and Ali?
You're Tom.
Yeah.
I'm
Tom.
You're the Tom we're talking about. Ali is the station manager, who we are also talking about, that we used to do a show together on a Sunday night back 5 years
Sundays,
ago. Yeah, we used to do Sundays. And then Duncan is the lovely Duncan from Tuesday night, Mondays.
Bedrock.
Mondays.
Live from Lewis.
Exactly. He's also the treasurer as well, isn't he?
Yeah, it's not about the names here, it's about who we are. Tom and Ali, me and Ali, we like to buy new stuff for the studio. New microphones, new desks. At the moment we're in the market for a trailer, so if you're selling a trailer, Ali and I would love to speak to you. And it would be fair to say that me and Ali like to spend the money, and Duncan's a treasurer who looks after the money. So what would Duncan, the treasurer, think about me and Ali if we are using up that money all the time?
I think he would be stressed.
I think we've kept it enough. Stressed, yeah.
Exactly. So all you need to do is head to our Facebook page or Instagram page at Highland Hospital Radio, and you can comment your answers below. So your artist is 2 words, a firm belief, and a marine fish. Your song is also 2 words, who Tom and Ali are if you talk to Duncan. You can also email us at studio@hhr.scot.
A firm belief, Shannon.
Firm
you
belief.
Can't be serious.
Yeah.
There's an extra clue.
For
free.
It's a free clue? You sounded like this
clue.
is difficult. You said you got it straight away.
I got it straight away because I know who Tom, Ali, and Duncan are.
But you know what? If you're a fan of the charities as well, then... Which I'm sure everyone is listening, you know, the usual.
I'd like to think so.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So comment your answers, and you can email your answers as well. It's at studio@hhr.scot. You can think I've been on holiday, but I haven't. That's dear, been a long night. Anyway,
Take a breath.
Yeah,
You had a
take
busy
breath.
late night. You're
We
okay.
did.
Everything's
I
fine.
stayed up until 9:30 last night.
9:30.
Crazy. We were saying this beforehand. I was like, I will warn you. I had my job leaving due last night, but the issue is, it's not because of the going out and having, you know, a couple of bevies.
No,
it's not
It's
that.
not been due to no. It's not that.
It's not. It's going.
It's just you're getting old, aren't you?
I'm getting old.
You're getting old, and
Says the 2022, the 22-year-old LDR that was just like, God, you're so old. I'm like, there's 5 years between us. Don't say that. Anyway, that is your Beat Detective. We'll get to some Back to Life. This is Soul to Soul on the Saturday Drop-In. Soul to Soul, Back to Life. However do you want me there? Did you know Little Mix redid that? What, 5-6 years ago, something like that?
I was not aware of that. No.
No, it's pretty good. We don't have that on the system. That might need to be added.
We're not big on Little Mix, I'm afraid.
We're not. You not? I don't mind them.
I don't mind Little Mix. I went through a phase because Jess was into them for a while, my daughter. But yeah. Give or take.
Fair.
This or that. Give or take. Po-ta-toh. That leads us in nicely to what we're doing now.
There we go. It's as if we naturally came
because
to that.
It naturally came to it, yes. Every week on the show, we play a little game called This or That, because Shannon and I are very simple people. We like a 50-50 quiz. We like to, is it answer A, is it answer B?
It makes us feel smart.
And this week, it does. And do you know what? We really need that in our lives. This week is no different. It is the October school holidays, and sort of colloquially referred to as the tatty holidays. This would be a time where, about 100 years ago probably, but everybody likes to pretend that they did it, you would go out and you would pick potatoes. We still get 2 weeks, which is why I am enjoying a wee 2-week holiday abroad, but still committed to Highland Hospital Radio. I am, providing content and working with Shannon. So with that in mind, this week's This or That is Po-ta-toh. I have got 10 names for you, Shannon, and listeners, and you have to decide, is that really a potato, or has Tom just made it up?
Okay.
Now, to give you some insight into this, the game was originally going to be potato, potato, tomato, tomato. So I was going to say, is it a potato or is it a tomato? Do you know how many times somebody has named a potato and a tomato the same name, and it was going to cause controversy? So
is there a lot of potato-tomato names that
there
are
is
the
a
same?
lot. Oh, so many, and there's a lot of crossover between potatoes and tomatoes. It turns out.
Oh,
Who knew?
okay.
Until I started researching yesterday. So we've kept it nice and simple, okay? But our first one, maybe I haven't told you that tomatoes were originally on my mind. I might catch out. So your first one is the Tom-tato. Tom-tato.
Tom-tato.
Tom-tato. Tomtato. A hybrid plant that grows potatoes under the ground and tomatoes above ground. Is that potato? Yes, I think that is really a potato. Or potato. You've made that up, Tom. So potato or potato?
That feels like something we have discovered or created, if it's a hybrid. I'm going to say potato, because it'd be hilarious if we did that.
You are correct. The Tom-tato plant is real.
Amazing.
And it does indeed, from the same plant, so you plant the seeds underneath the ground, you'll get potatoes, and what grows above the ground, you'll get tomatoes on it. The Tom-tato. Who knew?
Does that mean you
Until
can
today.
treat it like how you do the garden at home? You can put it in a bin bag with tomato soil.
I'd imagine you
and
could.
Then...
I'll be honest, Shan. The research did not extend beyond cultivation and planting. I apologise.
I feel
was
like I need to
very
buy
much-
some Tom-tato seeds for the spring next year. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, let's have some tomatoes. Or tomtatos.
Highland
Let's call the whole
Hospital
thing
Radio
off,
branded Tom-tatoes.
Yes. More branding, more merch. We could sell tatty sacks as well. Hospital Radio branded tatty sacks.
Yes, please.
So you're currently 1 out of 1, 100%. Do you want to keep
Love
going,
that.
or do you want to stop at that?
Up next, we have... No, I'm joking. Let's go now.
Number 2, the Duke of Windsor. Is that potato or potato. A renaming of the Windsor bloom potato, but due to poor crop yields and wastage, was renamed the Duke of Windsor to match the name of abdicated King Edward VIII.
Ooh.
The Duke of Windsor potato or potato. Potato, yes, it is potato. No, you've made it up, Tom.
There's definitely a Duke potato vibe. Like, I feel like if I saw a potato, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely a Duke, you know? Let's go with potato again.
She's gone for potato. I'm afraid, Shannon, you're wrong on this occasion.
You made that up.
You do get a Duke of York potato, but also I
Right.
didn't want any controversy on the show today. No, I completely made up the Duke of Windsor. There's no such potato called the Duke of Windsor.
Okay. That's a shame.
So you've now dropped to 50-50. Number 3, chicken hopper. Chicken hopper.
A chicken hopper.
The light colour and rough texture of these Dorset potatoes are said to resemble chicken eggs. Chicken hopper. Potato.
Right, so I know there is Dorset potatoes out there, but I would just call them Dorset potatoes. So I'm going to say potato.
You're saying potato, and you're right to say potato. I completely made up a chicken hopper. There's no such thing.
Well done.
But it made you think. Number 4, red rooster. Red rooster, a red-skinned British potato with floury yellow flesh.
That is potato, because I once mistaked them for a sweet potato.
That is indeed a potato. Red roosters, very popular at the supermarkets. You see them quite a lot. So, moving on to number 5, the Shannon. The Shannon. Is there a potato called a Shannon or a potato? It says slightly waxy with a great flavour, especially when baked or mashed. So Shannon, slightly waxy with a great flavour, especially when baked or mashed.
I'm going
Does
to
that
say...
sound like I've made that up to be naughty, or is that really? Is there really a Shannon
I really don't
potato?
think you have, but this is the whole thing. We were just talking about that. I'm starting to watch Celebrity Traitors, and like, is it a bluff? Is it a double bluff? Is it a triple bluff? Would you go that far? I'm saying you would. I'm going to say potato.
You're saying it, so you went once, twice, 3 times a bluff.
Yeah.
You're saying potato, and you're absolutely spot on correct. There is a Shannon potato, which is robust. Which is very nice, baked or mashed.
Okay. Well, next time I
So-
head to a farmer's market, I'll ask if they've got any Shannon potatoes.
Get some Shannon potatoes. Number 6 in potato is Battle of Britain. The Battle of Britain. Is that a potato or is that a potato? Resilient and easily grown, though not the best flavour. Robust and well grown during the war effort.
I'm going to say potato.
You're saying potato. You think I've made that up, do you?
Yeah, I don't think there's one called that. There can't be.
Well, you're quite correct. I've
Okay.
completely made it up. No such tatty as a Battle of Britain, I am afraid. So you've so far only got one wrong as we go into number 7.
I know my potatoes
Number
well.
7 is number 7 is Brest Cornwall. Brest Cornwall, a hybrid breed created in Cornwall around the Porthcurno area, site of the first UK to France telegraphy cable landing site. So the potato is called Brest Cornwall, a hybrid breed created in Cornwall around the Porthcurno area, site of the first UK-France telegraphy cable landing site, which was the Brest Cornwall telegraph cable.
Okay. I'm going... It feels like it's been written into too much detail. I don't think because of that they've gone, do you know what? We'll name a potato after this. There's other things to name in that situation.
This was the first ever undersea telegraph cable.
Yeah, but then just to name a potato after it, like...
Hey, listen, you know.
I'm going to say potato. I think that's... You can't just name a potato because of that historical event. They didn't.
I don't know. That's kind of how you name everything, isn't
But
it?
that's not a potato. You know what I mean? Like...
No,
look at this potato.
Shannon.
No, is
The
it?
Brest Cornwall? No, it's a potato. Well
Oh,
done.
thank God for that. I was just like, no, you can't just sit there. Like, imagine, like, someone won, like, multiple Olympic medals for us and then just went, do you know what? Instead of a postbox, we're giving you a name of potato. Like,
I think there's quite a lot of people would be quite pleased if you got a
I mean,
potato
I'm saying
named
that.
after
We've
you.
just found out there's a potato called a Shannon. So, you know.
Exactly, yeah. And it's, lovely when baked or mashed. I don't think I've seen you both. I've certainly seen you. Anyway. Number 8. The pink fir apple. Pink fir apple. Is that potato or potato? The pink fir apple potato is a main crop potato variety with long, knobbly shape, pink skin, and creamy, waxy flesh. That makes it difficult to peel unless boiled before peeling. Have I made that up, Shannon? Or is that real stuff? Potato. The pink fir apple.
I feel like they would name a potato after an apple, so I'm going to say potato.
You're saying potato.
The Potato Society of Potato Naming have gone, do you know what? We'll call it an apple.
And you'd be correct. It's indeed a potato, the pink fir apple potato. Completely true. You've got 2 left, Shannon.
Okay.
2 left.
Very nice.
Number 9 is Loch Ness Monster. A 20th century hybrid early crop potato grown in fields fed by an irrigation channel from Loch Ness north through Drumnadrochit. Their small size have led them to be known as being elusive, like their namesake.
I have recently been to Drumnadrochit as well.
Did you see the tatty farm? It's just up there.
No, I didn't. So it's potato.
Really? You're calling potato?
I'm calling potato. I know we call a lot of things after Ness, but like, yeah.
That is completely made up by me. Yes, you're quite correct. There's no such potato as a Loch Ness monster. But is there a potato called a Scottish rocket? A Scottish rocket.
Okay.
Known for its... wait, you need to get the blurb here.
Okay,
Come on.
sorry.
Put effort into making this up. Known for its pale, white-skinned appearance, this easy-to-grow, heavy cropper is mild in flavour and best for mashing. The Scottish rocket, known for its pale, white-skinned appearance. I've met a few Scottish rockets on holiday, that's for sure.
I'm going to say it is potato.
Shannon Marvel, you know your tatties.
I know my
That is
tatties
correct.
well. Ah, amazing.
9 out of 10 on potato.
I
You
think that's
only
almost
slipped
a
up on the
record,
Duke of
isn't
Windsor.
it?
That's pretty good. There's no doubt about it. You've done absolutely spot on there. Well done to you.
Thank
well
you
done.
very much.
Well done to the listeners as well. Let us know how you got on.
Very interesting. I didn't think I'd know so much about potatoes, but here we are.
Who knew? Who knew, eh?
That was good. I enjoyed that. That was very good. That was
No
a lot
problem
better
at
than
all.
my
Happy
guess
to
with
help.
that. So
Well, we'll find out next week.
we will find out next week. Well, you're not going to be here next week, are you? I might have a special
I don't
guest
think so.
that might
Oh,
come in
I
and
think
do
you
one.
might have a special guest, yeah.
Maybe. It's all T's and C's whether she actually wants to do it. But she said that she'll pop round either way. So
I'm sure she'll at least be sitting next to you keeping you company.
exactly. Company
And,
is...
and if it all goes wrong, yeah, I'll happily join in from a sunbed again if you want.
You might be a bit more red than you are today, but hey, that's what it is. So let us know how you got on with Po-ta-toh this week's this or that. That was a hard sentence to say for a minute. Let's get some Beach Boys on just now. I absolutely love this song and it's very funny.
Sí, por favor.
Sí, por favor. This is Kokomo, the Beach Boys.
Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you. Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go? Jamaica, off the Florida Keys. There's a place called Kokomo. That's where you wanna go to get away from it all. Bodies in the sand, tropical drink melting in your hand. We'll be falling in love to the rhythm of a steel drum band. Down in Kokomo, Aruba, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go to Kokomo? You can play it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. We gotta go. Martinique, that Montserrat mystique. We'll put out to sea and we'll perfect our chemistry. By and by we'll defy a little bit of gravity. After tales and moonlit nights. That dreamy look in your eye, give me a tropical contact high. Way down in Kokomo, Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We can take it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Way down to Kokomo. Port-au Prince, I wanna catch a glimpse. Everybody knows a little place like Kokomo. Now if you wanna go and get away from it all, go down to Kokomo. Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama, Key Largo, Montego, baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We can play it fast and then we'll take it slow. That's where we wanna go. Way down to Kokomo. Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take you to Bermuda, Bahama, come on pretty mama, Key Largo,
People in Scotland aged 16 and over have the choice to be an organ and tissue donor, or to opt out. If you do nothing, it's assumed you agree to be a donor. Whatever your decision, make sure you record it on the NHS Organ Donor Register. And tell your family and friends too. As a specialist nurse, I know that it's easier for your loved ones if they know your decision. Please, don't leave them in doubt. Visit organdonation.scot.
Hello, this is Ian McIntosh. Join me every Monday at 9 o'clock in the evening on Highland Hospital Radio for Macintosh's Selection Box, an hour of easy listening on Highland Hospital Radio.
Do you have a couple of hours every week to volunteer for Highland Hospital Radio? We're always looking for new members for a variety of roles to support our service. Visit hhr.scot/contact.
So we go, one hit wonder there. It's typically tropical with a song called Barbados. And most people, certainly Shannon's age group, you're thinking that you know that as being, of course, Ibiza by the Venga Boys.
Yeah.
And we might even have some Venga Boys coming up just to enjoy for that.
In a sec, yeah.
Just in a sec. But I was wondering, when we came in, we were supposed to not get our passport stamped. So this is the big thing that's changing if you come to Europe now.
Shocking.
Right? And I was wondering, are you going to miss not getting your passport stamped? Are you the sort of person that would like to look back and see all your stamps? Is there an aspiration for people to fill a passport? I don't know. Are people going to be upset about this? I don't think I'm going to be minding it that much.
I don't know. So I've never actually had a stamp in my passport ever in the entirety of my passport lifetimes. Yeah, it's just something. I just assumed the book. It was just a book, and I didn't know what the rest of the pages were. But then again, does that just kind of not include pages anymore? What's the next passport going to look like, kind of thing?
Well, some people would say it's going to be a card, but that's another story.
Oh, that is another story indeed.
Yeah, but it's weird.
Could they just give us a sticker? You know how you used to get what was the World Cup sticker books that you used to get? Do you remember them? What are they called?
Like a Panini album or something.
That's the one, a Panini album, Why can't we just do that? You don't have to give us a sticker. Or you have to have the selfie with the person that has to check your passport to purchase. Maybe not that one.
You imagine, border security staff are not exactly known for their positive demeanour.
I don't know.
I'll be honest.
I've had some very
Well,
nice ones. Like,
No, absolutely. Do you know what? Whenever we come into the Spanish islands and the mainland, it's all lovely. You know, the civil policia, civil, because there's three police forces. I always get confused which one's which. I think is it Policia Nacional or is it the Civil Guard? Either way. And they're lovely. Do you know who I find? This is a sweeping generalisation, but from my experiences of Manchester, Gatwick and Heathrow, it's when we come back, you never get a smile off the British border guards. I'm just saying. I feel more nervous coming back to Britain than I do coming out to Spain. But yes, it's weird. Because we came out on the 12th, and that's we thought we were going to have to go through the new scanning stuff, and we were worried it was going to be a nightmare.
Yeah.
And do you know what? They had extra queuing areas in the airport. But no, we just got waved past these new scanners, and it was the old school system. So I don't know if there was a delay or what, but either way, I got this is probably my last European stamp that I've got in my passport this time. But I don't know if I'll get an out one. If they've changed the system now,
yeah,
I'll
be honest. Coming back to the UK, I doubt we have a stamp.
No,
budgets.
We don't get it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. There'll probably be some people will miss being able to look through the passport and say, "Oh, look, there's that when we went on that holiday, or that's when out on that trip." So yeah, goodbye the humble passport stamp for Europe, and fingerprints and retina scans and all sorts.
Yeah, good times.
Good times.
At least that way, in a way, because in that case, we'd have to update our passports again, which means that we may get better or worse passport pictures. My current passport picture is horrific. I look like I've been shoved through a head backwards, you know?
I think maybe what we should do is, I don't know if you're allowed to, well, if we just get the photo bit, we could compare our old passport photos. And what you'll see is a sad, slow decline in hair on top.
That's okay.
But I think I can go all the way back to my Harry Potter era. So yeah. Well, let's do it. When I get back, I'll dig out all my passports and we can compare who's had the worst passport photo experience. Let's know your other one. If you've got a terrible passport photo and you can let us see just the photo bit. Don't send us all the other stuff.
I have my first passport, first or second passport, horrific. And I'm quite happy to put that on our Facebook page.
Well,
if we were allowed to see Harry Potter, you can see my mushroom head. How's that?
Well, I like it. Do you know, I'm so old that I didn't have a passport the first time I went abroad, because that was back in the old days where you just got written onto a parent's passport.
That used to be a thing?
True story, yeah.
Really?
I think there's still a page. The page is still there in the passport, and they used to print your child's name on that. So your child didn't actually have a passport. You were printed onto a parent's passport.
I didn't know
Keep me right here. If there's anybody ages with me or older who can confirm that is correct, but that's exactly what happened.
That's so interesting.
You didn't get your own passport as a child. It was only adults had passports, and children got printed onto only one parent, which causes a bit of strife if the parents then decide to go their own separate ways.
Yeah,
and I can give you first-hand experience of that as a child. Which to my first passport, so we can talk about that another time.
Well, as we were talking about Ibiza by Venga Boys, shall we get Venga Boys on just now?
Let's get some boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. On the way.
Boom,
it
boom,
is
boom,
Saturday
boom, boom.
drop-in, and then we'll give you the answer to Beat Detective before the Beat Detective song.
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
By the Venga Boys on Highland Hospital Radio. Shannon and I wasn't paying attention, obviously. We were bopping away, but because of the time lag between the phone call that we're doing and this and the studio and... Yeah, it's a bit all over the shop.
It's
but
a bit like
no
2
worse than the
seconds in
normal...
between everything, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you used to watch like news programmes and you got somebody live from the other side of the world. Oh, as promised, the land train's going past.
Oh,
so if you can
is that
hear an
what that
engine
noise
going
is?
past, that's that noise in the background, is the land train. I'm hoping he rings the bell, because they do have a bell. That would be just a nice bit of radio to fit in within the timescales. Laura's going to wave at the train, see if we can get the bell
thank you,
live
Laura,
on air.
for your service. Go on.
Oh,
Nothing.
no bell.
Nope.
Oh well.
Worth a try.
Very briefly, since we've wasted a bit of time on that, coming up next, if you like your rock music, stay tuned because it's the Rock Hour. If you're looking for some more live radio here on Highland Hospital Radio, then tonight at 7, Mike Goodbrand is here with the Rock and Roll Hour. Then you've got live at 8 from 8 with George McKenzie, and at 9 o'clock it is David Robertson with the Saturday Showcase.
Very nice. Shall we get the answer to Beat Detective on the way?
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'll give you the clue one last time. Artist to A Firm Belief and a Marine Fish. Song is also to who Tom and Ali are if you talk to Duncan. So, Tom, if you were to talk to Duncan with Ali, what would he call you?
If me and Ali are asking for some money from him to buy something, because we are big spenders.
And A Firm Belief and a Marine Fish, shove them together and you get...
Surely, you can't be serious. It's Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey. So, Tom, thanks for popping in from Tenerife. Have a lovely holiday whilst you're away for next week. I hope the sun shines for you. You are due rain at 5 o'clock, though, just as a warning.
Oh, thanks.
It's all right. It's light rain. It's light
5
rain.
5 p.m. for rain. Great. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for that, Shannon.
That's all right.
You couldn't let me enjoy my holiday, could you? You had to bring it down.
Rather chilly. The heating has been on for 2 weeks, right? I'm not looking forward to my next energy bill.
I'm not looking forward to coming home.
Exactly. But in a couple of weeks' time, you'll be with us because we're going to have our birthday party. Not our birthday party, but Hospital Radio's birthday party on the 1st of November.
55 years of Highland Hospital Radio.
55 years of Hospital Radio. Let's get your answer to Beat Detective on just now. Shirley Bassey, big spender. We'll be back next Saturday for the Saturday drop-in. I'll see you later, Tom.
Bye, folks. Bye, Shannon.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Saturday Drop-In. Who'd thought I'd know so much about potatoes?
I'm staggered at your potato knowledge.
Do you know what? I think in the history of this or that, I feel like that's the best we've done. I don't think we've ever had a 10 out of 10.
Well, yeah, but you only got 9 out of 10. Calm down.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think we've even had a 9 out of 10.
Shannon, I don't think the day will ever come where we achieve a 10 out of 10 on this or that.
I'm sure we will. One day.
Well,
We'll
one
make a
can
big
only
thing
hope.
about it, exactly.
Yeah, great show. I enjoyed it. It was good. Good fun.
Yeah.
I gave up my, air-conditioned location to come and sit on the rooftop, such as my commitment to Hospital Radio. just so we could get that screen image of me, with the sun behind me and the nice blue sky.
Yeah. It looks great, though.
And there's no doubt about it, I dressed up for the occasion as well. Even though it's a radio show, I still put on a nice shirt to broadcast.
Do you know what? I swear we should do summer Hospital Radio shirts with like the floral stuff, but with the blue and white, and then have the logo on the side. Like, I feel like people would really go for them. I think members would really enjoy it as well, because who doesn't love a collared shirt?
Oh, come on now. Well, in a couple of weeks' time, it's the 55th anniversary of Highland Hospital Radio in its various guises. Mm-hmm. Should you and I dress up smart for the occasion?
How smart are we going? Like black tie?
Well, I wouldn't go black tie because I don't have one. And I don't think I'm going to fit into my kilt anytime soon. Do you know what? Let's just dial it back. We'll confirm that later, actually.
Okay.
I could wear this shirt to the birthday celebrations. How does that sound?
That sounds good. Maybe like an undershirt. We are sort of hitting about 2 or 3 in the morning. 2 or 3 degrees sort of time. Yeah.
So yeah, that was the show. I'm not promising to ever do it abroad again, but it was good fun.
I enjoyed it. It means that there's no excuse when we book some annual leave. And I will warn you, I have booked another week of annual leave. But that should be the last until Christmas, New Year. Promise. I have a 60th, so.
That's all good. Well, you look good for 60, Shannon.
Do I? Oh, shush, will you?
The pools are calling and the sunbeds are here.
Yeah,
I'm going to have to head off, folks.
I know. I think you're going to have to scoot. That's fine. If you want to get in contact with the podcast, it is studio. No, it's not. It is socials. Try that again. It's socials at hhr.scot. So if you have anything that you want to include in the podcast, let us know. I also mentioned last week about the HBO Awards. If you found something that you really enjoyed and want us to put into the highlights reel, let us know. Socials at hhr.scot, and we'll be back next week. Well, I'll be back.
And I'll see you in a fortnight.
I'll see you in a fortnight.
Be back next week. I'll be here in 2 weeks.
Cool.
Take care, folks. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.